Hey guys, I'm Chesapeake. This is the OneTigris Backwoods Bungalow. I believe it was $65 on eBay. I'm sorry, on Amazon. And I'm going to go over some of the quirks and some of the good things about it. As you can see here, it's mainly, the main thing that sticks out is it's got an awning in the front that collapses down to cover the entry side right here. It's a large panel of no-seam. It came with guy outs for all the corners and stakes for all the corners, but they're a bright yellow, as you can see here. They're a bright yellow or a bright green, but they did come with glow-in-the-dark line locks. So what I did was I switched them all out with some reflective Dutch wire. The grosgrain tabs are sewn in pretty nice, and on these two front corners here, it's got a line lock 3 to snug things up. So what I'll do is I'll take the camera down and I'll take you guys around and show you what it's all about. So from the front, you can see this large mesh no-seam panel that is the entry. It's got a double zipper right here, so you can get in and out. And it goes all the way around, back up to the top. And if you don't want it, you can toggle it out of the way. So I will get it out of the way to show you guys inside. The inside, it's got quite a bit of room. It's listed as a one person, but my wife and I laid in here shoulder to shoulder and we were comfortable. We could have stayed in here, the two of us, with not much extra room, but we could have done it. There's a no-seam window at each end. All the seams are taped, and it's not listed as having a bathtub floor, but as you can see, when you stake it out, this side seam that goes all the way around is up off the ground. There is only one seam on the bottom, and that's in this corner, in the four corners, this part right here. So if there's going to be a leak on the bottom, it would be right here. But as a ground sheet, I have an old USGI poncho, just turned upside down so it's waterproof, and it fits the footprint perfectly with a little bit of room sticking out the front, which goes good with these right here. These panels right here have zips, double zippers, that allow you to collapse the porch mode and create a vestibule in the front of the tent when it's colder out or when it's raining really hard and you want to keep your stuff dry. You can just drop this down and then zip it all the way down here. You still got a little bit of ventilation because it sits off the ground just a little bit, and then you've got a vestibule. So that's where these come into play, these line locks. It's got a cord, a smaller cord. It was about 8 inches with a small loop into it, that when you drop it down to create the vestibule, you just tighten it onto the provided stake. Now this is not a waterproof zipper, but this flap completely covers it and it's velcroed down. So when I drop it, I'll show you guys how that works. Going around the outside, I've got it set up with my trekking poles right now, which you can do. It's got a grosgrain tab on each side there. I've also got set up with a quick deploy ridgeline. Added just some regular 550 brown paracord, bowline on one end, and then 2 prussics right here, so I can wrap it around the tree with this end. Do an improvised trucker's hitch, or improvised marlin spike hitch with a toggle, and then I can run this out to the other tree, do a trucker's hitch, and then I've got my prussics. So to take it down, I just pull this stick out of the marlin spike hitch and it'll drop, and then I can pull the quick release on the trucker's hitch and the whole ridgeline will drop. So that stays in the bag. Here's the provided stuff sack. It's fairly large. I'll leave a link in the description of the weight and the size and everything, but it's got a drawstring on the end here. It's got the OneTigris tag. Here's the stake bag, and then here's all the corner lines that come with it. They're just tied in a loop for all of the six tie outs on the corners. So what I did was I just used one of them, one of the longer pieces, because I guess they wanted you to use these longer pieces with the line lock for the 4 corners, but I just made small loops so I could use 2 of these for my trekking poles when I use my trekking poles. If I'm out hiking and I want to put it up in a field, or camping with my daughter's scout troop and we're somewhere where I don't have access to trees to hang, I don't have to worry about putting up a ridge line. I can just use my trekking poles and then, you know, grab some sticks or whatever. I've just got an extra set of trekking poles to make the porch mode right now. But as you can see, it's a nice size little tent for, you know, for $65, and off of Amazon. The back side has a panel pull. It's got a nice reinforced piece of triangle here, minus the bird shit. And I've just got some green shot cord out to a stake. And then to kind of get it up, what I did was I took a piece of sweet gum that I had laying around and I carved a notch in it. So I've got a couple other of them that I can use for my hammock. When I put my tarps up, I can run these through the loops on the corners of the tarp. But for this, I just thread it through here like that, and that keeps it from slipping out. You see it's nice and locked in there, and that gives me a lot of extra room inside. Let me drop the canopy, and I'll show you guys what the vestibule looks like, and then I'll take you inside and we'll check out the sleeping pad that I also got. So to drop it down, all you do is, it's pretty easy with one-handed. You just undo this line lock, and I just drop it off of the stake, and then go to the other side. You can take that out, and you take the stakes, you take the trekking poles completely out. And then one of the quirks that it has is, I don't know if you notice, when this was up, these zippers don't go all the way up to the top. So when this is out, it's got a weird bend right there because the zippers don't go, if I can show you up here, they don't go all the way to the top. And I don't know why that was designed like that, but it's kind of a weird design quirk that, you know, it's to be expected with gear like this. But, you know, to have all this seams taped and all the other good things, I think it's easily overlooked. If you put it upright, it's not that bad. So let me zip this up and show you guys the vestibule. So you just reach in and grab the zipper. They are double-sided zippers, so you can get in and out. And then you can see it's not a waterproof zipper, but it is pretty tight right here. And you just close the Velcro, and this Velcro flap keeps any water from coming in. And then you do the second side here. Just be careful not to get that flap snagged in the zipper, because it's not a non-snagging zipper. Just gotta take your time with it, I guess. And then Velcro this over, and then that's secured. And then you take this loop right here, and if I can do it with one hand. Being tricky. You run this to your stake right here, and then you cinch it, and that tensions this right here. Do the same thing on the other side. If I can get it one-handed. There we go. Cinch that down, and now there is a bend in the top because I've got a fan and a light hanging from inside, but now you can see that it's symmetrical again, and you've got this room right here as a vestibule. So to get in, you use the top zipper and unzip the corner. Now if I can slide in without killing myself, Now you're inside. I've already have it unzipped, and then you can zip it back up. So now we're in, and you've got a vestibule right here. Like I said, this poncho is the perfect size to keep your stuff dry. And so I'll zip it up and lay down on the mat and show you guys how it is, how much room there actually is in here, and some of the good features about the inside of it. I don't have it set up completely tight, so it is a little loose. You have to bear with me, but when it is set up perfectly, it's nice and taut. There's no loose spots, no sags, no big folds in the fabric. So let me lay down here on the mat. So now we're inside. I'm laying in the middle with my pale white legs here. As you can see, there's ample room in here. Here's the pull out. You got plenty of room. I got this fan from Amazon, 3-position fan, or 3-stage fan. It's also got a 3-stage light. It bends, it goes 360. Get some nice airflow going in here. There is a hook up here to hang, whatever from, and then here's the loops that go with the outside toggles to toggle this up. In the winter time when there's not bugs or anything, and you really want some airflow to come through. So I've got the fan on me right now, and I've got a window right by my head, and then a window by my feet. So however you pitch it, you could get a nice breeze going across, I think, and it really wouldn't be that hot because there's such a large, panel of no seam right here. As you can see outside, it's pretty windy out today, and it's hot in here, I'm not gonna lie, but it would be bearable if I laid in here and calmed down and cooled down. It would be bearable, I think. So you can see there's the panel pull. It's taped. I don't know where you can see that, but all the seams are taped, and having this up off of the ground, having this seam raised up, does give it kind of a bathtub floor. Raises it up some, and you got good vision out of the windows. Now the windows do have a flap that rolls up on the outside, and it zips down right here from the outside, so you can roll it up, or when it's going to storm, you can drop it down and then zip it. And there's a tab in the middle, you can pull it out to still let some airflow through. So that's a nice feature. I'll go over this sleeping pad that I also got. This is a 4-season insulated pad. I got it from Amazon. It is from Ecotec Outdoors. It's the Hibernate insulated 4-season ultralight sleeping pad. Here's the stats. And here's the tag. I'm going to read that. You can pause it. And they plant a tree every time you buy one, so I thought that was pretty cool. It was like 30 bucks. They also have a non-insulated version. I have slept on this out here 2 nights, and obviously it's summertime, so I was pretty hot, but it did insulate, let me tell you that. To blow it up, there's a valve right here on the head end, and a rubber seal that took me about 8 breaths to blow it up. And then to deflate it, you just pull this and pop the rubber seal up, and it deflates very fast. You can roll it back up and throw it in the stuff sack. So nice little sleeping pad. I've also used it in my hammock, and it worked really well, and it did really good. It did really good. So for the outside again, and we'll close it out. Getting out's a little bit out, so what I do is I use this bottom spur right here. Actually, never mind, I don't. I just pop out of here again. So now we're back out, and you can see this window, how it rolls up and zips down. And then there's a toggle right here to toggle it up out of the way. So Alright guys, I'm Chesapeake. This is the OneTigris Backwoods Bungalow. I'll leave a link in the description to where you guys can get it on Amazon if you're interested. And then that'll give you all the stats for, you know, the weight, the size, everything else. One quick thing, that it does come with a free emergency blanket. In the pictures on Amazon, they've got it on the floor for some more warmth in the winter time. But I guess since it is like a Baker style shelter, you could probably put it up against the back wall and, you know, maybe reflect some heat to keep yourself warm if you don't get your fire underneath of your porch mode there. So here's another look from the side with that extra room from the panel pull. And if you guys got any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.